Hi, and welcome back. Thank you for joining me. Today, we are going to be doing another new abdominal series. So make sure we always are challenging the abdominals. I always like to start off with a warm up to get the body and blood flowing, get your brain connected into your body for more effectiveness. And we'll do a few stretches at the end. So it's going to be about 10 to 12 minutes in total. So get ready and get focused. So let's go ahead, bring our feet underneath our hips. Think about pulling those legs up towards the abdominals towards the back, the shoulders towards the wall behind you. Cross the arms in front, bend the knees, and just breathe. We want to get the blood and oxygen flowing through your body. You never want to go into our big exercises without some nice slight warm-ups. Raise one arm, cross the same leg as your arm that's raised up and over. And back to center. Other side, inhale, stretch, elongate, open up the fascia. Step that same leg as your raised arm behind you and open all the way up. Do one more with both arms, deep breath in, reach on up, get the blood flowing from your fingertips to your toes. And breathing. All right, we're gonna come to the back of our mats so we can just get a little bit more warm up. We're gonna go bend the knees, cross the arms, reach on up, tippy toes, fingertips reaching, heels down, bend the knees round through that spine, pulling the belly button back to you, and drop the head, release the spine, just bounce here. And we're gonna walk the hands out into a plank. We're just gonna come hold the plank for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and engaging the abdominals. Let's walk back. Try to reach back, opposite hand to opposite leg. Bend the knees, drop the head, and round up. We're going to do that 2 more times, just warming up the muscles, getting the mind activated, and round through the spine. Drop that head, engage the core, walk on out to a plank, hold the plank. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and walk back, engaging the abdominals. Bend the knees, drop the head. This way we're warming up the spine, getting the muscles turned on. Last one, and we're going to stay down after this one. Round through that spine. Release the head, the spine, and walk out into a plank. And hold that nice strong plank. Glutes are engaged, abs up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend the knees. Stretch on out. And we're going to go into our abdominal series. So bring the feet to the front of your mat. Take a nice deep breath in. Legs are straight. Reach up to the ceiling best you can. Big forward bend. If you're tight now, it's okay. You're going to feel so much more limber and flexible. I'm a little bit cold this morning because it's very chilly in here. I hope to warm up. We're going to go ahead and roll down to the mat. For those of you who are not ready to roll down on your own, you can always use your hands. Bend your knees, just come down nice and slowly onto your mat. We're going to start into a tabletop. That means you're trying to imprint your back into the mat by pulling your abdominals in and down. I like my arms to be nice and soft. Feet are hip width apart, knees are hip width apart. Back does not leave the mat, and come down just a little bit, keeping those knees bent, and pull back up. I like to start off with this exercise because so little is moving, so you can really have the time to connect into your core. Really think about those internal abdominals. Those are your moving abdominals that really help stabilize and move your body. So while this is a really small motion, you should really be gripping so you're not getting that space underneath your back. Try to keep your shoulders as relaxed as possible. Let's do 3 more to really connecting, because I've been giving a lot of direction here. If you're going all the way down to the mat, most likely you're arching through your back. So that's too far. You've lost your range of motion, your strength. And let's do one last one. And down and up. Hug those knees in, roll them in your hip sockets. We're going to start off with another very mindful movement. You can either keep one knee bent, the other leg straight, or if you feel like you have the mobility, you can have both straight. I'll start off with one bent to demonstrate. You can, again, feel about pressing that stomach into the mat, relaxing through the chest and shoulders. Raise that leg up to the ceiling. Open it only about 3 inches from your center line. Pull it back and lower down. Don't let it touch the mat and come right back up. Really engaging those abdominals to make sure this is not coming through the hip flexor. If it's coming from the hip flexor, I need you to bend your knees slightly. We're trying to connect the adductor, internal thigh, to your abdominals and not use the back to move your leg around. I believe that's 4. And if you can keep that bottom leg straight on the mat. If it's better and easier on your stomach and back, I suggest you keep it bent. And let's do one last one on this leg. I believe that's 6. And fold it in. Again, either keep the knee bent or straighten it out. I'm going to straighten it out for this side. Pull your stomach in. Soften your chest. Raise that leg up. Open it 3 to 4 inches to the side. And bring it down. And 2. Again, bend the knee. If your hip flexor feels like it's working more than your abs. And 4. And raise it up. Push that stomach down. Another small, slight movements, but a lot is going on here. We're really stabilizing through our abdominals, raising that leg up to the ceiling, trying to engage the adductor and the lower abs. My count may or may not have been off. We're going to do one more. And now that was a warm up. What comes next? We're going to do single leg pulses. Let's go right into it. 1 foot up, 1 foot out. Scoop that stomach up. If your neck is working too hard, you can leave it down, but let's try to keep it up. We're going to do 10. 1, switch 1, 2, switch 2, 3. Remember, it's your leg that's pulsing. The arms are just helping. 4, and 5, and 6. Pulsing that leg with your abdominals. And 8, and 9, 10. And we're going to come down, take a nice deep breath in. We're going to increase the intensity of this one. This time we're going to bring the hands behind the head. Elbows are super wide. Same legs, one up, one out. And we're going to cross the opposite elbow to the opposite knee. So 1, switch 1, 2, switch 2. Again, remember, it's the leg pulsing towards you. And 4, switch 4, 5, 5, 6, almost there. Feel the effectiveness. 8, switch 8, 9, and last one, 10. Switch 10, hug it in. Good job. Roll your knees in the hip sockets. That was a lot of the core, and so we're now going to go ahead and give it a little release here. You're still engaging the abs, but not as strenuous. We're going to go ahead, lifting the tailbone up. Feet are in line with the hips, knees are in line with the hips. All 10 toes are flat on the mat, and we're going to slowly articulate up through that spine till we come into a nice shoulder bridge. And then visualizing that spine dropping down 1 vertebrae at a time. Try not to let the shoulders rise up. We're trying to really engage every single abdominal. And up again. Inhale, roll through the spine. A lot of times I ask clients to put lights on their vertebrae so you can shut each light off in a sequential order and roll back up. And one last time. Turning those lights off one at a time on each vertebrae, controlling through the abdominals all the way down. And hug your knees in. Roll them in your hip sockets because I've got one more challenging one coming at you. We're going to do the 5s today, one of my favorites. So we're going to scoop up. Hands are by behind the heads. Elbows always stay wide. The hands are there to hold your head, not do the exercise for you. Legs come out at an angle. We're going to do opposite elbow, opposite knee for 5. So right elbow, left knee, 1, and switch, 1. Keep a slow pace, 2, and 3. Switch, 3, 4, switch, 4. Last one of these, 5, switch, 5. Same elbow, same knee. So left elbow, left knee, 1, 2. Keep that right elbow wide. 3. Keep that shoulder blade scooped off. 4, 5. Right elbow, right knee. 5, 4. These are slow and controlled. They're super effective. 3, 2, 1. Both elbows, both knees. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1 more. And come on down. Good job. You can roll your knees in your hip sockets. And we're going to do one last exercise before we stretch. Arms behind you. We're going to try to do some rolls. So if you're not used to these, you can bring your hands down for some assistance. If you've been doing these for a while, you can have your arms above you. We're going to roll, which means don't throw your legs, roll them. Engage from those really low abs. Roll them on back. I like to flex my feet, bend my knees, take a little stretch, and then slowly articulate back down through that spine, controlling through the abs as slow and controlled as you can, keeping your legs close to your body. Drop one leg down at a time, other leg down so you don't arch up, arms to the ceiling, chin off the chest, slowly pull on up, big forward bend. You should feel a great range of motion difference. One more. Roll on down. And arms either at your sides or above your head. Peel on back. You can use a little bit of arm strength if you're newer to this. And for an extra stretch, you can try to flex those toes to your face. It feels amazing. Getting that stretch from your toes all the way through your calves, hamstrings, and your back. One leg down at a time, trying to pull those abs down. Close the ribs, pull the belly button back, and slowly, slowly come up. And big stretch forward. Let's do a nice little stretch here for your abdominals. We are going to turn over onto our stomachs. And we're just going to do a little stretch for your abs. Feet can be nice and wide so your low back has a lot of leeway. And we're going to go ahead, bring the hands kind of wide. We're not doing this as a back exercise so much as an ab stretch. Come on up. Try to keep the shoulders away from your ears. Feel that ab stretch and down. Just do 2 more. Inhale. Exhale, come on up. Come back down. And last one. Up. And back down. And now we're going to come over onto our side. And we are going to bring the top leg in front. We are going to be facing the mirror. And let's go ahead and just stretch out all this fascia right here. And roll the hips back and forth. And get that nice stretch all the way through. And then let's switch the feet to the other side. And leg in front. And slowly roll back and forth. And there you go. You are done. You made it through. I hope that felt good and you could really draw your mind into your body for the most effectiveness, making every moment count. Thank you.